Welcome to St. Mark's Class of 2021 Prize Day celebration. The ceremony will begin momentarily. We ask that you please remain in your seats for the duration of the program. In the event of an emergency, please exit the tent and we will all gather at the field on the corner of Main Street and Route 85. Both students and guests should head to this location. Thank you.
hearts here. We are here. We are looking at each other. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Lord be with you. Let us pray. All holy God, source of every blessing, we thank you. We thank you for the mystery of growing up, the transformation of body, mind, and spirit that brings children to adulthood. Grant us, O God, clarity in memory, so that those of us gathered here may retain not only what we have learned, but also the gifts of fellowship, hours of discovery, and moments of insight that have brought us closer to each other and ultimately to you. Amen. Have a seat for the hymn. Since we can't sing it, just sit and enjoy it.
And the school prayer, which we can all do. Vouchsafe, O Lord, to prosper with thy blessing the work of St. Mark's School. Grant that all who serve thee here, whether as governors, teachers, or learners, may set thy holy will ever before them, and do that which is well-pleasing in thy sight, that so both the church and the commonwealth of this land may be bettered by their efforts, and they themselves of everlasting light. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Congratulations, class of 2021. This is your day. You have worked hard and well to get to this point, and you have richly earned the respect and congratulations of all of us here. Whether you are here in person or whether you are joining us virtually, I hope you are feeling the admiration from fellow students, from faculty and staff, and from family and others who are here with us to celebrate your graduation. During the 2021 academic year, you have faced challenges with courage, integrity, grace, and perspective. Challenges which, taken together, are unlike any challenges faced in our school's history. Those challenges include limitations to the on-campus experience brought on by COVID-19, and for some of you, the inability to experience the in-person human interaction with St. Mark's peers and adults. The 2021 challenges also include making sense of and processing the protests throughout the United States and much of the world in support of Black lives and Asian lives, and making sense of the January 6th insurrection at the United States Capitol. You have engaged fully in what was possible, both on campus and for many of you at home, helping every member of the St. Mark's community make the best of the situations that confronted us. Even if you did not want to participate in one more Zoom class from 7,000 miles away from Southborough, you did it, again and again. And even though we could not play other schools this fall and winter, you treated the intramural game days with the same degree of preparation and enthusiasm as if we were playing other ISL schools. Watching you get back into athletic competitions this spring was such a joy. For those of you in the cast and crew of the winter play, you had to put together a performance with individual Zoom recordings that got knit together into a YouTube video. Again, how wonderful to stage a version of an in-person performance for the spring play a week ago. You thought beyond yourselves admirably. As one of many examples, you embraced the polar plunge in March. Part of a long-term relationship with Special Olympics you have been integral in fostering, which led to St. Mark's being one of a small number of schools in Massachusetts to have been named Special Olympics National Banner Schools. You took impressive initiative to advance our school toward our anti-racist goal, toward being a school where every single student feels entirely accepted in all parts of their identity, a school where policies and practices that perpetuate inequity are replaced by policies and practices that are entirely equitable, and where respectful dialogue takes place across lines of disagreement and difference. The workshops that a number of you led during Community and Equity Day advanced that goal, as did insights many of you offered that day, often as an outgrowth of an affinity group conversation. You also displayed compassion for fellow students who were struggling. That compassion, that caring, manifested itself in so many ways, large and small. Reaching out to a classmate who you could tell from an in-person or virtual interaction was clearly having a bad day, or sharing a funny social media posting or bringing coffee. As a number of you have observed to me, you were there for your fellow St. Markers, and you had each other's backs. Your approach toward our school this year set a tone that was an immense gift to St. Mark's, and which I and my fellow members of the adult community, as well as your fellow students, deeply appreciate. So again, thank you for everything you have done to keep things positive in 2020-21. Before proceeding further, I was wondering if you sixth formers could rise and give your parents and family members and friends and St. Mark's faculty and staff a round of applause of appreciation for everything they have done. Thank you, as you know so well. If not for so much care and support from so many of them, you would not be poised to receive your diploma. I would like to take a few minutes now to offer special thanks to some people whose particular efforts have been essential to this Prize Day weekend going so smoothly for us all. Limitations brought to us by COVID have made that work all the more challenging. First, thank you to the facilities and grounds crew teams who have made the campus look tremendous. Thank you particularly to Sandra Duran and her team for their leadership of this effort. Thank you to our Chief Finance and Operations Officer, Rob Kuklevich, for the integral role he played in the planning, both the big picture and the details for the weekend. Thank you to the Communications Office and Information Technology for ensuring that sound and video have been possible at events over the weekend, including a video feed of Prize Day on our website. A special thanks goes to Creative Director Sandra Lewandowski, who worked tirelessly to create the Prize Day weekend slideshows and programs. Thank you to the Advancement Office, who have expertly organized some of the Prize Day weekend events. And thank you to members of the administrative staff, most particularly my assistant, Marissa Papazian, without whose efforts this event would not have been possible, Marianne Chiampa, who supported the head of school office admirably this spring, and Registrar Claire Messier, who ensured that all academic records were kept accurately. These and other staff members have gone to great lengths to make sure that everything about this weekend is just right for you, class of 2021. And thank you to faculty members Peter Glomset, who has organized all the prizes, and Karen Bryant, who has overseen all the logistics for the weekend ceremonies and who has helped us all know where to be, when, and through the weekend. I especially appreciate the way Ms. Bryant has anticipated questions that needed to be addressed because of the difficult way we needed to approach so many aspects of this weekend because of COVID. Organizing the events for this weekend has truly been a team effort. Everyone involved has displayed the essence of St. Mark's, doing whatever it takes to get the work done in an outstanding way. Age cor agas. I would now like us to offer a special thanks to St. Mark's faculty who are departing after distinguished service to the school. Brian Garrity leaves us after 15 years. During his time at St. Mark's, Mr. Garrity has been an integral member of the science department with a particular gift for inspiring students in third form physics. He was also longtime head coach of varsity boys lacrosse and assistant coach of varsity boys ice hockey. John Camp has been at St. Mark's for 13 years. Among his roles, Mr. Camp has been chair of the English department, director of experiential learning, associate director of the Center for Student Enrichment, and head varsity football coach. During her 11 years at St. Mark's, Gina Cook has been chair of the classics department, head of Burnett House, secretary of the St. Mark's chapter of the Cum Laude Society, and assistant coach of varsity girls soccer and lacrosse. Stacy Jones-Lee has been associate dean of students and director of residential life for 9 years. She has also been house head of Pine Oak and coached girls basketball. Caleb Corliss has been a member of the science department for 4 years with a particular focus on environmental science. He has been an integral member of the crew program, serving as boys head coach this year and also serving as head of co-house. In his 3 years at St. Mark's, Jordan Studevan has been assistant director of college counseling, a member of the varsity football coaching staff, and head of Sawyer House. Luke Bonhomme has been at St. Mark's for 2 years, serving as a member of the Modern Languages Department, teaching French, coaching soccer and tennis, and being part of the Thiriot House faculty team. Please join me in a round of applause and appreciation for the dedication and skill that each of these faculty members has brought to their work. And now to the presentation of prizes and awards. We have 2 prizes for members of the school's adult community. While normally we award these prizes to 1 faculty member and 1 staff member, this year we will make an exception and award these prizes to 2 faculty members and 2 staff members. Making this exception in 2021 is appropriate because of the special challenges that members of the St. Mark's adult community have addressed during this academic year because of COVID-19. The words from my citations that you are about to hear are drawn from the nominations submitted by faculty, by staff, and by student leaders. First, the George Howell Kidder Faculty Prize, established by his children at the time of Mr. Kidder's retirement from the Board of Trustees. This prize is awarded by the head of school on the advice of faculty, staff, and student leaders to a member of the faculty who has contributed to St. Mark's above and beyond the ordinary and who has shown the same love of learning, compassion, and commitment to excellence that marked George Howell Kidder's life. So the first of 2. This faculty member's service to this community in the past year has been nothing short of heroic. Facing the immense challenge of COVID and the full spectrum of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty that has marked the school's adaptation to the pandemic, she has guided the right responses to keep our community safe. Among the many qualities of this faculty member, 2 stand out in particular. She is highly skilled at her work, and she cares immensely for every single person on this campus, often making personal sacrifices to ensure that others have the time and care that they need. We trust her entirely, and we feel so grateful to have someone as smart and attentive making these decisions. Put simply, this faculty member has been integral to all we have navigated in this extraordinary, challenging year and to the successes we have achieved. I am proud to award the 2021 George Howell Kidder Faculty Prize to Adria Pavletic. So you can even take your mask off. So, here you go. Congratulations. And second, this faculty member is an exemplary teacher, coach, house head, and advisor. No one makes more time for students than she. This faculty member is innovative, thoughtful, thorough in her work, and develops great relationships with so many people of all ages here at St. Mark's. On top of her multiple responsibilities, this faculty member has also served as a dedicated and perceptive member of the Health and Safety Task Force, helping to ensure that all decisions the group makes support the needs of every school constituency, students, faculty, staff, and parents. This faculty member's rational approach to problem solving, willingness to engage with everyone, and conviction to stand up for what is right make her a truly great member of the St. Mark's community. She is recognized throughout the community as a true role model for both students and adults. I am proud to award the 2021 George Howell Kidder Faculty Prize to Colleen Finnerty. Fist bump.
Thanks,
There
John.
we go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the class of 1961 Fred Burr Staff Prize. Established by the class of 61 on the occasion of their 40th reunion to honor one of their teachers, Fred Burr, and his emphasis on the contribution staff make to the quality of the education provided by St. Mark's. Fred Burr considered himself one, like so many staff members, who enthusiastically support the work of faculty and students while working outside the limelight. The Burr Prize is awarded by the head of school on the advice of faculty, of staff, and of student leaders to a member of the staff who exemplifies these qualities. So first, everywhere you look, on grounds and facilities, this staff member is attending to something with utmost skill and care. Whether it be climbing the ladder to fix the side of the main building or meticulously maintaining one of our athletic fields, this staff member does his job with an upbeat, can-do attitude. He comes in on days off to support fundraisers and athletic events because he truly cares about the St. Mark's community. This staff member makes you feel valued every time you speak with him and is engaging with every member of the community. This staff member goes above and beyond, whether it is spending an entire morning on a weekend, getting our softball field ready for a game, or driving to campus to prepare the ice for a free skate for faculty and staff families, or keeping our sidewalks and paths safe during and after a snowstorm. He does it all, truly upholding and enhancing the spirit of St. Mark's. I am proud to award the 2021 Class of 61 Fred Burr Staff Prize to Jose Tastos. Second. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. This staff member has been there every step of the way for students who look up to him and for faculty members who work with him so closely. He is a supportive presence in the dean's office, ready to brainstorm solutions to problems, small or large, and ready to organize logistics for complex projects like getting students to vaccination sites. This staff member made sure the move-in process for boarders in September, in January, and in March was safe and well organized, minimizing frustrations. This staff member also assured that quad games were fun with all equipment in place on time. This staff member has seemingly been everywhere this year with good humor, patience, and a gentle and effective insistence that all health and safety protocols be followed. He has made such a difference to St. Mark's during this extraordinarily challenging year. I am proud to award the 2021 Class of 61 Fred Burr Staff Prize to Luke Chason. And now to students. First, I will award convocation prizes that I could not give last fall because we were remote at the time. So the Walter Clare 73 Prize, selected by a vote of the faculty to a rising sixth former who embodies the intellectual and community service priorities characterized by Dr. Clare's life and career. A celebrated medical researcher, practitioner, and innovator, Dr. Clare has worked tirelessly to enhance the educational and economic opportunities for underserved members of his community. The 2020 Walter Clare Prize goes to Samantha Wong, who is actually not here. We got a picture of her. There we go. Good. The Alice Hung 86 Prize, selected by a vote of the faculty to the rising sixth former who best embodies the global citizenship priorities that distinguish Ms. Hung's life and career. The founder and director of a highly successful international business operating on multiple continents, Ms. Hung has been instrumental in the establishment of a St. Mark's partner school relationship in China. The 2020 Alice Hung Prize goes to Lily Wong Lua. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. The Peter Saccio 58 Prize, selected by vote of the faculty to the rising sixth former who best embodies both the academic and the community and equity priorities that characterize Dr. Saccio's life and career. A leading Shakespearean scholar who has participated in and steadfastly supported the arts, Dr. Saccio has been a strong voice for diversity and a thoughtful source of support for students, particularly those in the LGBTQ+ community throughout his career at Dartmouth College. The 2020 Peter Saccio Prize goes to Lena Jung. Look at the camera. Here we go. The Dorothy Anderson Prize, selected by a vote of the faculty to the rising sixth former who best embodies the character, qualities inside and outside the classroom that Ms. Anderson emphasized during her tenure on the St. Mark's faculty. The first woman to teach advanced math courses at St. Mark's and the coach of numerous ISL and New England championship teams, Ms. Anderson steadfastly inspired collaboration, resilience, and rising above one's own expectations. The 2020 Dorothy Anderson Prize goes to Thomas Flathers. Congratulations. The Peter M. Shue 92 Scholarship Award, given in memory of Peter M. Shue 92, awarded each year to a rising sixth former based on the following criteria: maintenance of at least a B average in the fifth form year, participation in more than one varsity sport, exhibition of leadership as a monitor, editor, prefect, peer discussion leader, or other similar position, and if each of the first three qualities have been met, the recipient shall exhibit exceptional loyalty to and enthusiasm for St. Mark's School. The recipient of the Shue Award is selected by vote of the Dean of Academics, the Dean of Students, and the Director of Athletics. The 2020 Peter Shue Award goes to Delaney Grace. hold it in both hands carefully. All right. That's great. The Andrew M. Sheridan 05 Prize, given in memory of Andrew Michael Sheridan, class of 2005, and each year is awarded to the rising sixth former who best exemplifies the character of Andrew as remembered with these words. Through acts of kindness, optimism, faith in God and humanity, hard work, and gentle humor, Andrew strived to do what is right and shared his joy of life with others every day. In so doing, he encouraged us to believe in ourselves and inspired us to be our best. The recipient of the Sheridan Prize is selected by a committee that includes the Dean of Students, the Dean of Academics, Director of Athletics, and Chaplain. This year's Andrew Michael Sheridan Prize goes to Graham Butterfield. Congratulations. And now on to the regular Prize Day Awards. The Brantwood Prize celebrates the strong bond that has existed for close to a century between St. Mark's School and Brantwood Camp. This prize is awarded each year to the St. Markers who have done the most for Brantwood. This year, the Brantwood Prize is awarded to Sarah Winters and Mateo Macri. Let's get a photo up here. The John A. Carey Prize is given in recognition of and appreciation for the 36 years of loving service John Carey gave to this school. It is given to that student who has contributed the most to the visual arts at St. Mark's and who has excelled in more than one art form. This year, the Carey Prize is awarded to Daniela Pozo, who is not here, but who we can see right over on the screen. Good. The Carlton Burr Rand Prize is given in memory of Carlton Burr Rand, class of 1946, and is awarded for excellence in journalism. This year, the Rand Prize is awarded to Samantha Wong and Cheng Hao Jack Tsai, both of whom are virtual, but we will... It's good. The Coleman Prize in English is awarded to that student who, in the judgment of the English department, has submitted the outstanding essay during this academic year. The winner of this year's Coleman Prize is Carl Guo, also virtual. The William Otis Smith Prize for English Verse is given in memory of a member of the class of 1907 and is awarded to that student who, in the judgment of the English department, has submitted the outstanding verse during the past year. This year, the Smith Prize is awarded to Lena Zhang. The Redmond Prize for English Narrative is awarded to the student who, in the judgment of the English department, has submitted the outstanding piece of narrative during this academic year. This year's Redmond Prize is awarded to Lena Zhang. Okay, look. The Frederick A. Common 47 Music Prize is awarded to that student who demonstrates the most talent in musical theory and composition. This year, it is awarded to Grace Lee. The J. Stanley Shepard Music Prize is given in recognition of Stan Shepard's 34 years of faculty service to the music program at St. Mark's and is awarded to that student who has contributed the most to the musical life of the school during the current year. This year's Shepard Music Prize is awarded to Waverly Shee. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Walter Irving Badger Prize in Dramatics is given in memory of Walter Badger's 13 years of service to the St. Mark's Drama Program and is awarded to the member of the sixth form who, during his or her St. Mark's career, has contributed the most to drama at the school. This year, the Badger Prize is awarded to Riley Scott. Congratulations. The Frederick R. Avis and Anna M. Pliss Science Prizes honor two revered St. Mark's biology teachers whose love of teaching and learning set examples for both colleagues and students. The Avis Pliss Prize is awarded to two students who, through curiosity, determination, passion, and practical application of ideas, have acquired a deeper understanding of particular scientific processes. So I'll read both citations and ask you both to come up, and then I will give you your wonderful prizes. In recognition of her commitment to scientific research, her enthusiasm for deep scientific exploration, and her sophisticated methodological approach to her STEM fellowship project, this year's Avis Pliss Science Prize is awarded to Cara Mulcahy. And in recognition of the breadth of her studies at the highest level across the scientific disciplines, including computer science and robotics, and someone who has persevered and challenged herself throughout her time here at St. Mark's, this year's Avis Pliss Science Prize is awarded to Felicity Kaiser Pollard. That's perfect. Thank you. Make sure you get the right one. That's Felicity. That's yours. And Karen, congratulations. That's yours. The Philip Gallatin Common 14 STEM Prize is awarded to that student who has most successfully pursued breadth and depth of study in science, technology, engineering, and math courses. This year, the Common STEM Prize is awarded to Thomas Flathers.
Thank you.
The Edward A. Taft 69 Computer Science Prize is awarded to that student who, by interest, curiosity, original thought, and practical application of ideas, has acquired a deeper understanding of the field of computer science. This year, the Taft Computer Science Prize is awarded to Kartik Dhanapudi.
Hey,
Congratulations.
thank you.
The John Suda Mathematics Prize is given in memory of a member of the class of 1904 who taught mathematics at St. Mark's for many years. It is awarded to that sixth former who has done the best work in mathematics, having also studied physics. This year, the Suda Mathematics Prize is awarded to Baining Kathy Joe, who is virtual. The Roy Irving Murray Prize for Excellence in Sacred Studies is given in memory of a St. Mark's chaplain in the 1920s and 1930s. This year it is awarded to Clara Hua virtually. The H. Casimir Durand Prize for Excellence in French is given in honor of a member of the class of 1914. This year it is awarded to Siwoo Amber Lee, also virtual. The John Richard White Prize for Excellence in German is given in memory of a member of the class of 1899 who also taught German here. This year the White German Prize is awarded to Sijing Christine Ling. The Peter Bryce Appleton Prize for Excellence in Spanish was given by Francis Appleton of the class of 1935 in honor of Peter Bryce Appleton, a member of the class of 1961. This year, the Appleton Spanish Prize is awarded to Grace Lee. I think you're going to want 2 hands for this one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Great. The Chinese Language Prize is awarded to the student who has demonstrated extraordinary aptitude and passion for the study of Chinese during his or her career at St. Mark's. This year, the Chinese Prize is awarded to Junho Ryan Sung, virtual. The Henry P. Kidder Prize for Excellence in Latin is given in memory of a member of the class of 1914. Henry Kidder is also the grandson of the founder of St. Mark's School. This year, the Kidder Latin Prize is awarded to Tate Frederick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Morris H. Morgan Prize for Excellence in Greek is given in memory of a member of the class of 1877 and for many years a professor of Greek at Harvard. This year, the Morgan Greek Prize is awarded to Kara Mulcahy. Congratulations, Kara. The Frederick A. Flickner Prize for Excellence in History is given in memory of a member of the faculty for 35 years. This year it is awarded to Francis Hornbostel. Congratulations. The George Hall Burnett Prize in History is given to commemorate the graduation in 1902 of a grandson of the founder. It is awarded on the basis of a special essay in American history. This year, the Burnett Prize in History goes to Holden LeBlanc.
Thank you.
The Ely Prize in Public Speaking is presented to the student who gave the best speech in the Global Seminar Public Speaking Competition. This year's Ely Prize is awarded to Young Chuan Coco Chen, virtual. The Shen Prize is awarded to the winner of a public speaking contest among advanced United States history students on the topic of democracy. This prize is given by Y.L. Shen in honor of his daughters, Ingi Ava Shen of the class of 1988 and Ing Chuan Judy Shen of the class of 1989. This year's Shen Prize is awarded to Natalie Zaturka. The Head Monitor Prize is presented to the male and female head monitor in recognition of exemplary devoted service to St. Mark's. Both in their public roles and behind the scenes, they have been outstanding leaders. The gift of these gavels honors everything our head monitors have given to St. Mark's in this role. Thomas Flathers and Lily Wong Luo. Take your masks off for the photo. There we go. Right. Great. The John and Elizabeth Monroe Prize, first given in 1949 in memory of a member of the class of 1902, was renamed in 1990 to include his wife, a distinguished and inspiring figure in the field of social work. This prize is awarded each year by vote of the faculty to the underformer who has shown the greatest promise of intellectual leadership and who, by his or her example, has best fulfilled the ideals of St. Mark's School. This year's John and Elizabeth Monroe Prize goes to Darius Wagner. The Association of St. Mark's Prize is awarded by vote of the faculty to that sixth former who best represents the ideals of St. Mark's School and who, through his or her service to the broader community beyond the St. Mark's campus, enriches both his or her own life and the life of the greater school. This year's Association of St. Mark's School Prize goes to Jake Oblak. The Charles Willard Bigelow Prize is given in memory of a member of the class of 1891. It is awarded for promise of character by vote of the faculty to the fifth former who throughout his or her St. Mark's career has shown unusual determination in all his or her undertakings and who has continuously been willing to go beyond the call of duty to get the job done. This year, the Bigelow Prize goes to Larissa Barbosa. The Henry Nichols Irvin Scholarship is named for a member of the class of 1936 who was killed in World War II. It is awarded by vote of the faculty to that student who best exemplifies the character of Henry Irvin, who while at St. Mark's, at Brantwood, at Harvard, and in service to his country, seldom missed an opportunity to do a kindness or lend a hand. This year, the Irvin Scholarship is awarded to Elizabeth Flathers. Congratulations. The Pearson F. Melker Prize is given in honor of the founding headmaster of the Southborough School and is awarded by the St. Mark's faculty to that girl who, through clarity of expression, effectiveness of logic, and sense of community well-being, best exemplifies the tradition and spirit of the New England Town Meeting. This year's Melker Prize is awarded to Bannon Jones. Congratulations, Bannon. The Douglas H. T. Bradley Scholarship is named for a member of the class of 1946 who was killed in the Korean War. It is awarded by vote of the faculty to that student who best exemplifies the qualities of Douglas Bradley. In the words of his headmaster, what was special was not so much Douglas Bradley's keen mind or his frankness or his physical courage or even his firm, forthright moral courage. It was his spiritual strength. This year, the Bradley Scholarship is awarded to Thomas Flathers. The Daniel B. Fearing Athletic Prizes are awarded to the boy and girl who best combine athletic ability with good spirit, good team play, and sportsmanship. The prize was established to reward both the winners' contribution to the success of their teams and their wholesome and positive effect on the athletic life of the school. This year's Fearing prizes go to Lauren Tolvey and Brendan Gibbons. Congratulations. Hang here for a photo. The Harold Hayes Prize, named for a member of the class of 1907, is awarded by vote of the faculty to the member of the graduating class who has been of greatest service to the school. This year, the Hayes Prize goes to Lily Wong Lua.
Thank you.
Congratulations. The St. Mark's Prize for Experiential Learning, selected by vote of the faculty, goes to that sixth former who has demonstrated through action and reflection a particular passion for applying knowledge gained in St. Mark's classrooms to challenges existing in the larger world beyond our campus. The recipient of the St. Mark's Prize for Experiential Learning is Cara Mulcahy. Congratulations. The William Townsend White Scholarship is named for a member of the class of 1886. It is awarded by vote of the faculty to a deserving student based upon academic achievement. This year, the White Scholarship is awarded to Ning Zheng. The William G. Thayer Scholarship Fund prizes were established by the alumni to honor the Thayers' first 25 years of service to St. Mark's. It is awarded each year to those students in each form with the highest academic average for the year. The recipient of the Thayer Prize from this year's sixth form is Elizabeth Flathers. We will announce the winners of the Thayer Scholarship Fund prizes for third, fourth, and fifth form students at next fall's convocation. Our final prize is the Founders Medal, which honors the school's founder, Joseph Burnett, and is endowed in memory of Brigadier General Richard Townsend Henshaw, Jr. of the class of 1930. It is awarded to the member of the graduating class with the highest academic standing over the last 3 years of his or her St. Mark's career. This year, the Founders Medal is awarded to Baining Kathy Joe. So Kathy, I know you're watching, and if you were here, the board president would actually drape this wonderful medal, Founders Medal, around your shoulders. So we will mail it to you. And that concludes the awarding of named prizes. Congratulations to you all.
By the time Nicholas Braun, class of 2006, arrived as a student at St. Mark's, he'd already been acting for nearly a decade. In 2001, he made his television debut in the made-for-TV movie Walter and Henry. And in 2005, during his fifth form year, He reached wider audiences in the Walt Disney Pictures feature, Sky High. Nick has also appeared in a number of other films, including Princess Protection Program, Red State, Prom, Date and Switch, The Watch, Zolo, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower, as well as the television series Friend Me, Poor Paul, and 10 Things I Hate About You. Nick is now well known for his role as Cousin Greg in the Golden Globe-winning HBO series Succession, now entering its 3rd season, and having binged the 1st and 2nd during COVID with my family, we anxiously await season 3. Not surprisingly, while at St. Mark's, Nick was a very active participant in the St. Mark's Theater program, playing roles in Picasso at Le Pont Agile, Twelfth Night, and Our Town. He was a monitor, a member of our male a cappella group, which was then called the Octet, and a member of an improv troupe that livened up school meeting each week. Nick also earned 2 varsity letters in golf. Since graduating from St. Mark, Nick has returned to campus several times to give of his time and expertise. He has participated in Career Day, and he spent a week in 2020 helping Mr. Kent with the winter play and teaching drama. I think you will all agree that both at St. Mark's and in his time before and after, Nick has truly embodied the spirit of Age Quod Agis. It is my pleasure to introduce Nicholas Braun, St. Mark's Class of 2006.
Let's hear it for the golfers out there. 2 varsity letters. All right, let's get serious here. Good morning. This is off script already, not good. Can we just do a quick pull down just so I can see your faces? Cool. Great. Thank you. That's nice. So good morning. Hello, St. Markers, those here in person and those watching via web stream. Hello to the faculty and to the parents and to all the strangers who have crashed this prize day. Welcome, and why? Why did you do that? My name is Nicholas Braun, and I'm a member of the St. Mark's class of 2006. I am enormously grateful to John Warren for inviting me to speak today. St. Mark's holds a very special place in my heart. I spent 4 years here as a boarder and feel very proud to be a St. Marker every time I come back to campus. First off, congratulations to you, sixth formers, on a very difficult and trying part of your life. St. Mark's is not easy. Long, sleepless nights, 6-day weeks packed with classes and sports and a cappella groups and chapels and dorm meetings and school meetings and checking your mailbox 3, sometimes 4 times a day. It's a lot. I loved mail. And in a pandemic, it must have been a whole new level of difficulty and frustration. So, to this class, you deserve a round of applause. Yeah. For hanging in there, for pushing through and getting to this finish line, you can finally breathe. You are here. They definitely have your diploma in there, right, John? Okay, no blank ones in there? All right, nice. So in preparation for this speech, I wanted to think about what would be most useful for you guys. I've been in your shoes. I've been sitting right where you are. So, 18-year-old me, where was my head at? What was I like? What did I need to hear on prize day? Well, I'll paint a picture for you. I was very mid-pubescent, let's call it. Even at 18, didn't understand how the varsity football players and hockey players had so much hair, such large muscles, and the voices of men. I, for the last 2 years of St. Mark's, pitched my voice down so I could seem more manly. Tried to send it a few notes lower. And I thought I was pulling it off. The thing was, I was a tenor in choir, a high tenor. I'm not sure if that's what it was called, but I had range. I sagged my pants. The belt, the waist of my pants was under my butt. So I couldn't tuck in my shirt. And this was all to give the effect, I believed, of hiding just how skinny, how bony, how unmuscular I was. I didn't sleep much. I never wanted to miss out on anything. So whoever was up latest, I was up with them. As a senior, I lived up in Co-House. Co-House? It wasn't as rousing as I thought it would be. That's fine. It was 15 years ago. And we clocked hundreds of hours of NHL 06 on my PlayStation 2. Or we'd chip golf balls in the hall and put dents in it, into the wall, or shave our heads together, or play chair basketball. You'll never guess how that game was played. I wasn't perfect by any means. Senior year, I was thrown out of a boys' hockey game for cheering too aggressively during a timeout. The coach at the time, and coincidentally my dorm head, Mr. McGrady, yelled across Gardner hockey rink, "Shut up, Nick! Get out of here!" Junior year, I was SDC'd. SDC'd, the dreaded Student Disciplinary Committee. When I found out, I thought I was ruined as a St. Marker. I sat with a few of my friends up in Sawyer and cried. I was so ashamed. 4 days suspension in my junior year. Cue the rain for this moment. Good, nice and sad. Now, I'm sure some of you have done some bad things in your time at St. Mark's, like you, Susie. Well, you stole somebody's cheesy bread from the fridge in the common room, and you ate it, and that's messed up. And you, Jimmy, well, I was looking at a Jimmy, you're Jimmy now. You were Jimmy, now you're Jimmy. You were looking over there, so now you're Jimmy. Jimmy, you tried to burn down the Black Box Theater. And we let that slide, but you can't be doing that stuff anymore, okay? It's too much, both of you guys. I also did not get into my colleges of choice. As everyone else seemingly got into their dream schools, I taped on my door some acceptance letters that meant nothing to me. I wanted NYU. I wanted USC. I auditioned to get into their theater programs, and I was rejected by both. I guess I didn't do old Willie Shakespeare justice in those auditions. Maybe I didn't totally understand what I was saying. So maybe they made the right decision. Well. I didn't have a summer job lined up. I didn't know my major. I thought it might be math. Thanks to my Algebra 1 Enhanced teacher, the late, great Mr. Pettis, who inspired an obsession with math for me in my third form year. Do you guys still have that class, by the way, Algebra 1 Enhanced? Yeah, it was sort of like, we think you know algebra, but not really. So let's give it another go. The point is, on prize day, I didn't feel ready. I was clueless about how to embark on my next chapter. And some of you may be feeling that way today. But whether you know it or not, this school has helped you understand so much about yourself. It's unavoidable. St. Mark's forces you to try. And I believe that's the best thing that we can ever do. Just try. There was a dance we had back in 2002, my third form year, that carried with it a long-standing tradition. It was the first dance in the fall. Third formers were encouraged to publicly ask out sixth formers. This probably would not fly in 2021, but it was flying then. So, I'm 14 years old. I've been at St. Mark's for a month, and I set my eyes on this really cool girl named Dominique, who I was in choir with and who had the most amazing singing voice. And one day I decide I'm going to ask her at lunch. So I'm waiting, and then I see her walk in from the little beverage tunnel area, and she walks up the steps to the sixth form tables, and I muster up some kind of courage and climb up on my dining table and belt out, "Why don't you build me up, buttercup baby?" Nobody ever knows the words past that part. And I do it, and I really go for it, and it feels like the whole school cheered. And at the end of the song, I ask her to go to the dance with me. And she says yes. Yeah. I'm still psyched about it. Think about it every day. Scary as hell, but I went for it, and it worked out. I believe that trying is winning. I tell that to myself all the time these days. I get extremely nervous for parts of my job. I'm a professional actor. I'm currently on this television show called Succession on HBO. And I've been making films and television shows since I was 6 years old. It's not the acting part, it's the going on talk shows or doing press events and red carpets and premieres. I get panic attacks. But I just tell myself, trying is winning. You won't be perfect, but just go out there and just try, see what happens. I walked up to Quentin Tarantino once on a plane. He was in first class, and I saw him on the way. Everybody know who Quentin Tarantino is? Yeah. Great director. Okay. So he was in first class, and I saw him on the way in, so I went to my seat. I had a Tiger Beat magazine in my backpack. And I don't know how or why I did. Maybe I bought it in the airport. But I was just so psyched to be on a magazine because there was an ad for a Disney Channel movie I had coming out that weekend called Minutemen. Have you guys ever seen this movie, Minutemen? Minutemen? Okay. DCOM, Disney Channel Original. Well, if you have, you would understand that this ad is me and two other teenage boys with our hair all swooped perfectly to the side, flying through the space-time continuum in snowsuits and ski goggles because the space-time continuum is apparently cold. With our eyes wide like, no! Very Tarantino-esque. So I ripped the ad off the back of the magazine and I walked to the front of the plane and I leaned across the person sitting next to him and I said, "Mr. Tarantino, I know you don't know me, but I'm in this movie and it premieres this weekend if you want to watch it." What? And he looked at the ad, and I said, "I hope I can work with you someday." And he looked at the ad, and he smiled, and he said, "I hope we can too." I don't know if that's a good impression, but that's the best I can do. And I walked back to my seat, and I felt so good, so brave, and my heart thumped that whole flight. I thought, I'm going to walk off this plane and he'll be waiting for me at the gate, ready to offer me a part in his next movie. He'll have looked at this ad for an hour and a half, or this kid is, yeah. So the point is, I have not heard from Quentin Tarantino. I tried, I failed, but good. I got that out of my system. If you don't try, the question will always remain in your head. Maybe I might like this, or maybe I should ask this person for help. I think at this point in your lives, 18, moving on to the next chapter, you might think, okay, what's the big dream? What's that one thing I have to go for? But I actually don't think it's about one big dream. My one big dream wasn't to meet Mr. Tarantino. It just presented itself, and in a moment, I had to follow my gut. You won't only have one or two big dreams your whole life that you have to work towards. Can we quiet that down a little bit? Too loud. Sorry, I get distracted. So you won't only have these one or two dreams. You'll have them all the time, little ones. Like, I bet you have a few right now, maybe. Like, I really want to say this to this person before I possibly never see them again. I really want to thank Mrs. McBride for, where is she? I really want to thank Mrs. McBride for sitting with me and explaining how to find the volume of a cone on 5 different occasions. I mean, in the 15 years since I was last here, I have been finding the volume of so many cones. Every time I see a cone, I want to check it out, or, I really want to apologize to this person for something. Or I just really want to go sit in silence in my dorm room for 5 minutes and reflect on how crazy this past year was. These are all little feelings that I think you should pay attention to. Embrace them. I really want to steal a moose head from the dining hall. Then go do it. Follow the little dreams. That moose is dead. Please don't steal a moose head. Please, do not steal a moose head. That is not a real encouragement there. You don't have to know your whole life's plan right now, I promise you. And the big dreams, well, those may take longer than you want them to take. I started acting at 6 years old. I'm 33. I've been doing this for 27 years, and I only recently started to believe that someone might hire me again. Really. The more exciting dreams are these little ones. You start to get the feeling you might want to pick up a paintbrush or play a guitar, even though you're getting a degree in business. Do it. You don't have to change careers, but it can widen your life. I think that you've got to pay attention to these question marks in your head, because when the road gets windy, which it surely will, it might be time to try something different. And trying is winning. I am so extremely proud of you guys. I don't know all of you. I'm lucky to know a few of you. But looking out at your faces today, I feel so much hope for what you'll bring to the world. Go out there, live your lives with passion and courage and kindness, and you can't go wrong. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021!
Thank you, Nick, for your reflection on your 18-year-old self at Prize Day and on the phrase, trying is winning, which is very wise advice for every single person here. Now comes the time for the presentation of the diplomas. So I'm going to present the diplomas to half of the class who are here in person, and then I'm going to pause and present virtually diplomas to members of the class who are not with us in person. And after that, I will return to presenting diplomas to the rest of the class of 2021 who are here in person. And as you have noticed with the prizes, regrettably, we can't do handshakes. Massachusetts says that's not allowed for graduation ceremonies, but we can do fist bumps, so we're having a good time with that. So also, feel free to take off your mask when you get your diploma, and for those of you who are helping with the presentations, that would be trustees, grandparents who are also St. Mark's alums, and faculty and staff, feel free to take off your masks too for the diploma presentations so we can get the good photos. So I'm actually going to go to the person who's going to assist me with the diploma for this one. And so actually, Benjamin Rush Pestana, please come with me because we're going to go together. So assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is the grandfather and member of the class of 1949, George Watson. So George's grandson is a fourth-generation graduate dating back to George's grandfather, who is a member of the class of 1896. Benjamin Rush Pestana. Alicia Marie Soliotis. Congratulations. Peter Harold Nelson. Trevor Buckley O'Brien. Congratulations. Megan Diane Mansoko. A Classics Diploma for Charlotte Lane Birch. A Classics Diploma for John Crawford Whitman. Cadence Arwen Summers. Duncan Mathewson McCarthy. Felicity Elizabeth Kaiser Pollard. Erin Kathleen Murray. Layla Rose Frederick.
Thank you.
Brandon Joseph Gibbons. Congratulations. Delaney Catherine Grace. Elise Louise Gabrun. Congratulations, Elise. Prince Dua Nuama. A global diploma for Lindsay Elizabeth Davis. Henry Angelo Sansone. A global diploma for Brooke Catherine Farrell. Hudson William Ramirez. Congratulations. Daniela Lucia Ortiz. Lena Zhang. Shin Young Katie Park. A Classics Diploma for Peter Davenport Rigoni.
No. Think we could do bunny ears? Let's go.
Henry Francis Peters. Congratulations, Henry. Jake Anthony Lamava. Congratulations. Alon David Stefan. Congratulations. Riley Alexandra Holmes. Assisting me with the presentation of this diploma will be the graduate's uncle and trustee Jim Bartlett of the class of 1985. So you stand right there, yeah. William Fitzgerald Lucy.
Come here, good boy. There we go. Congratulations.
And uncle and trustee Jim Bartlett is of the class of 85 is staying here because he is also the uncle of Mateo Anthony Macri.
Hey, come here.
And Mr. Bartlett is also the uncle of Robert William Bartlett.
Hey, good job, Bobby. There you go. You're looking good. There you go. See you soon.
Thank you, Jim. Lily Wong Lua. Alexander Scott Requat. Assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is member of the staff, Sandra Duran. So a classics diploma for Lillian Grace Shea Duran. So hang, just skip the photo here. No, you stay, we got to do it. Photo op. There we go. Great, thanks. Lauren Elizabeth Tolvey. Congratulations. Sarah Ann Winters. Congratulations. A classics diploma for Geetika V. Surapaneni. Robert Anthony Taylor. Congratulations. Charles Joseph Rumrill. That's okay. Take your time. Nolan Everett Willoughby. A classic diploma for Thomas Joseph Flathers. So, Elizabeth Bannon-Jones, please come with me because we'll go together for the presentation of this diploma. So assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is the grandfather of the graduate, the retired Episcopal Bishop of the Diocese of Ohio, a St. Mark's trustee since 2006, and a member of the class of 1958, Bishop Clark Grew, Elizabeth Bannon-Jones. So now we'll move to diplomas for those students who are not able to be here in person. So first of all, assisting me virtually with the presentation of this diploma is Trustee Sung Won Chun. So there's a photo. And this diploma goes to Jun Hwa Chun. Next, Grady James Marshall. Christopher Yang Guo Chen. A Classics Diploma for Jing Samantha Wang. Pei Chui Christy Chen. Annie Zhang. Junyan Tony Wei. Ao Oliver Tian. And also assisting me virtually with the presentation of this diploma is Trustee Julian Ma for Wen Ting Celine Ma. Yisha Clara Hua. Feishi Rebecca Wu. Drawer Alex Chen. Christos William Papa Eo Anu. Jun Ho Song. Hiromi Kevin Takayama. Kevin Huang. Tat Chan Shanat. What? Baining Kathy Joe. Cheng Hao Jack Sai. Ning Richard Zhang. And now back to diplomas for those who are present today. So Frances Isabel Hornbasso, please come up. So assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is William Rand of the class of 1944, who is the grandfather of Frances Isabel Hornbostel. And there he is, and there you are, Francis. I'm sorry that Mr. Rand could not be with us here in person, and I'm happy that he is with us virtually and that we have a photograph of him. So, Frances Isabel Hornbostel. Elias Turk. Grace Young Lee. That's okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jackson Samuel Kutu. Elizabeth Claire Flathers. Assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is the President of the Board of Trustees and a member of the class of 1985, Alice Reinders Scott. George Riley Bailey Scott. Photo. Photo. Good. Graham Bennett Butterfield. Lucy Thayer Wilmerding. Norbal Vasquez. Anna Greenman Driscoll. Brett Harrison Harmon. Edwinell David Reynoso Malave. Madison Margaret Michaels. Waverly J. Shee. A Classics Diploma for Grant Michael Pilecchio. Christian Addo Duirantri. Emma Christina Simon. a global diploma for Sienna Ray Libertori. Christopher Dante Consigli. Congratulations. Jeremiah Daniel Oj. Vianney Simon Morris. Assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is the uncle of the graduate and trustee Ravi Aika. Arya Venkata Aika. Arya. There we go. Trevor Lewis Neff. Holden Alexander LeBlanc.
Thank you.
Brillin Joseph. Preston Liggins Dotson. Tate O'Connell Frederick. Thomas Jacob Haugen. Julia Lyles Fairbanks Cotter. Laura Elizabeth Labar. A Classics Diploma for Cara Linsa Mulcahy. Jacob Edward Sylvester. Kartik Chakrabarti Donapudi. Sarah May Hui Yu Lammert. You want to take off your mask? James William Lammert. Bethany A. Batista. Kaylee Maria LeBlanc. Nicholas James Haugen. Katie Andrea Molina. So, Eve Elkins, please help me because we're going to get a little assistance. So assisting me with the presentation of this diploma is grandfather of the graduate and member of the class of 1950, Bill Elkins. Eve Wright Elkins.
I thought it was for me.
So the final diploma goes to the valedictorian, and the class of 2021 chose the valedictorian, and they chose well. So James Thomas Oblak. Jake, the floor is yours.
It's a lot of people. Thanks, Jerry. Tough crowd. I found out this morning that there's also a money line on how red my face gets during this speech, so Prince, I hope the under hits for you. Good luck out there. Good morning and good evening, everyone. I want to begin by acknowledging everyone who has made today possible. On August 12th of 2020, Mr. Warren sent an email to the St. Mark's community saying we would not be returning to campus in the fall, but instead learning remotely. Although we were one of the first and only schools to make this decision, I didn't think there was any way we would be able to return to campus, so I want to start first and foremost by thanking everyone for all of their resilience throughout this unprecedented year. Without everyone's diligence to follow COVID protocols, we likely wouldn't be having Prize Day today. So thank you all so much to all of the families, students, faculty, and staff who have helped make this year a reality and helped Arya Ika keep his mask on. And if you put the camera on him right now, he just fixed it. So good job, Artie. Next, I would like to officially congratulate the class of 2021 on graduating and making it through the past 4 years. I also want to congratulate Jacob Sylvester on being awake for a speech for the first time since March of 2020. So good job, Jacob. Proud of you, really. All jokes aside, I'm truly honored to be part of such a special class and sincerely hope that everyone can enjoy today because it's very well deserved. Although our time at St. Mark's feels like it was cut short, we truly made the most of it and helped lead everyone through the craziest year of our lives. When I was tasked with speaking on behalf of our grade, I struggled greatly to think about what to say in order to best represent our class. For some context, the only directions I was given when writing this speech were that your speech should be around 10 minutes and honor the occasion in your class. Knowing this, I began to reflect on past speakers to hopefully generate some ideas about what I could possibly say to encapsulate the thoughts and feelings of 103 unique individuals. I remembered past speeches, and while all the speakers had great ideas and were very well spoken, I was consistently left wondering how the students in the class felt about the address. Although they were always excellent, the speeches had presented the thoughts and feelings of one individual as opposed to the entire grade. With this idea in mind, I wanted to ensure that my speech today would not be a reflection of Jake Oblak's thoughts and feelings, but instead the thoughts and feelings of the class of 2021. In a grade filled with tremendously talented students, athletes, artists, musicians, and Brendan Gibbons, it didn't feel right to me to use this speech to address what I felt was important. Instead, I wanted to try something new to ensure the ideas of the grade were reflected as opposed to just my own. In order to achieve this goal, I reached out to 5 of my peers and asked if they would be willing to write anecdotes about their takeaways from St. Mark's so that I would be able to share with them, you all today. Unsurprisingly, all 5 students gladly agreed and were willing to give up their precious personal time during the last few weeks at St. Mark's to help me write this speech. The first one of my friends I reached out to was Ning Zhang. When asked to reflect on St. Mark's in the past year in general, he had this to say. Sorry, that was bugging me. I used to crave for authentic Chinese food every night back in Maple 11. Now I have it all, but at what cost? It's certainly unnecessary for me to stress how unique this year has been, but it's certainly true that the pandemic has affected me differently. I returned to China in March after 14 days of strict quarantine. Returned to Ningbo, I was glad to see many of my family members and childhood friends, but every day I looked forward to the day when I could return to campus. I remember saying to Oliver at LAX before boarding the last unrestricted flight back to China, maybe there's a slight chance we could come back in May. I was referring to May of 2020. Now it's May 2021. Due to policy and scheduling reasons, I never had the chance. I hardly saw any St. Mark's friends, only in the few lucky visits I had to Shanghai. In Ningbo, my middle school friends were already in college. The only opportunities to have fun with St. Mark's friends were through Discord in an extremely laggy League of Legends server. Along with isolation, the college application process beat me down to the ground. American colleges are notorious for being selective toward international students. For the dozens of colleges I applied to, I never heard back any positive results until late February or March of 2021. I locked myself in my room for months. My schedule went a little something like this: get up at 2 p.m., homework till 7 p.m., classes until 2 to 3 a.m., college essays until 5 to 6 a.m. It all felt like a never-ending chapter as I kept losing weight, appetite, and morale. Now that I'm here, the only way is up. I guess I should stop complaining. The next student whose point of view I will share is V.N.A. Morris, who said the following: at the time I am writing this, there are 9 days until Prize Day, but it doesn't really feel like it. It is hard to believe our time here is over. I think it is partly due to the fact that COVID impacted the end of our junior year and our entire senior year. Even with these changes, I think we were able to make the best of it. I have truly enjoyed my experience at St. Mark's. If I had stayed in Chicago to go to a public school, I never would have had the opportunity to do a lot of the things I've done here. I've been a house prefect, participated in sports, became a Pathways prefect, and met some friends that will be in my life for a very long time. I will miss things like rotten games, managing the football team, and having dinner with friends every day. Being here for 5 months straight was definitely hard, and I do wish we had spring break, but spending so much time on campus was a great way to go out. Thank you to all the teachers who have supported us the past 4 years. When I asked Edwin Yell Reynoso, he chose to reflect broadly on his time at St. Mark's as opposed to just the past year, writing, "St. Mark's has been a series of ups and downs. I would like to imagine that most people here at St. Mark's go through some form of that. However, perseverance is a large defining characteristic of this place. As a group and as individuals, we've all had boundaries to push through and obstacles to overcome. There have been many times I've seen this community look broken, lost, and exhausted. But we made it this far. St. Mark's is full of perseverance, and that is something we should all be proud of. As we all may know, we are going to embark on a journey that places us at the forefront of building our own lives. We all have challenges. I think St. Mark's really taught that to us. However, St. Mark's gave us a place to challenge ourselves with those challenges at hand. All the people present can and will persevere." Nick Haugen chose to write about his life before St. Mark's and what the school has taught him. He reflected on not only what he has learned, but also the things he will remember. "Before I came to St. Mark's, I was somewhat of an academic perfectionist, or at least in my head I was. I held myself to unrealistic standards and devoted the majority of my time to homework and studying. These antics enabled unhappiness and stress in my life because I rarely met my standards. However, St. Mark's taught me the error of my ways. It was St. Mark's that taught me that real perfection is about making mistakes and learning from them. It was St. Mark's that taught me, and Mr. Palmer's advanced physics class, that I am more than a test score, because there is no universal standardized test that can accurately reflect your intelligence or what you have learned. And it was St. Mark's that taught me the importance of doing what I do and doing it well. There was once a wise philosopher and metaphysician by the name of Ferris Bueller, who speculated about our short-lived existence. He said, 'Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.' Ferris was absolutely right, because after 4 years of high school, if it's not the unit circle that I will remember, it's the things like playing spikeball in outer Forbes or getting way too heated over a game of Go Fish with my friends that I will remember. So next time you get a 73 on your Gov final, or something like that, take a deep breath and relax. You're going to be just fine." I would like to end with the final response that was written to me when I asked 5 of my peers about their takeaways from St. Mark's. Layla Frederick chose not to write a paragraph for the question I asked, but instead a letter to me entitled "Takeaways from St. Mark's /this year /generally" that reads as follows. "Dear Jake O'Black, I think I'll write this in the form of a letter if that's okay with you. I don't want it to be dumb, so let me know if it is." Okay. "Dear Jake O'Black, I'm sad that our time together is coming to an end. I can still remember the first time you introduced yourself to me at orientation as James O'Black. I thought that you said O'Block and called you that for an entire year. You never corrected me. Sophomore year, I called you Jake because I didn't think we were good enough friends to be on a nickname basis. I was quite nervous that you would think I was weird for calling you what everyone else calls you. Junior year, I got over that and called you O'Black. No one seemed to have a problem with it. Now, I either go with O'Black or Jake. I've come to the conclusion that it doesn't really matter what I call you. What matters is our math class together, where Brett Harmon introduced himself as substitute as you, or when we were both the athletic trainers and you told me to feel better soon because the tennis team needs me. People are important, and St. Mark's is the people. It doesn't matter what you call them by or how well you know them. What matters is how you interact with them, no matter how small. That's what they'll remember, and that's what I remember. Best of luck in your next adventure, Layla Frederick." While the class of 2021 is undoubtedly filled with a wide variety of personalities, one concept serves as a constant throughout all these excerpts: the people. The reason that St. Mark's has been so special isn't because of the events or the games or the weekend activities. it's because of the people. St. Mark's isn't the tests or school meetings. St. Mark's is the memories created with our best friends. Whether it be the casual interactions in the hallway or formal annual events, the shared experiences are what will translate and will be remembered by our class for the rest of our lives. After reading all of these responses, I began to think about what I might say if someone had reached out to me asking if I would write around 200 words about my takeaways from the last year and St. Mark's. I would probably say something about not taking anything for granted and cherishing the time you have doing the things you love. Whether it be a performance by the Wolfpack, PD singing to Mr. C in economics, or a random sports practice on a Tuesday afternoon, make the most of the time you have and don't take anything for granted because you never know when a global pandemic will completely change your life. Appreciate the little things and the connections you build because that is what will remain constant years after we all move on from St. Mark's. If I had been asked, I probably would have ended by sincerely thanking the entire class of 2021 for all the memories, for being my best friends, and for the best 4 years of my life. But since I wasn't asked, I guess we'll never know. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake, for getting reflections from 5 classmates and for offering your own. The reflections together provide a rich record of sentiments about the year and about St. Mark's. So, class of 2021, you are now officially graduates. So we will take a moment to honor your new relationship with the school and your new relationship with fellow St. Mark's alumni.
Thank you for the flowers, Riley. St. Mark's School, class of 2021, on behalf of the Alumni Executive Committee and speaking as a proud member of the class of 1985, I enthusiastically congratulate you on this momentous accomplishment. At this time, I'd like to ask my fellow St. Markers under this tent in the audience to please stand up and join me in welcoming all of you. St. Markers. Class of 2021, welcome to the Alumni Association. For the last 4 years, you've been students here at St. Mark's, and for the rest of your lives, you will be part of the St. Mark's alumni. The St. Mark's alumni community is made up of over 4,000 people worldwide who can be an invaluable resource to you from this day forward. If you're in a new city and you're looking for like-minded people to connect with, you can use the St. Mark's Alumni app to find a nearby St. Marker. If you're looking for a job or an internship, you can reach out to a St. Marker for help, and they're going to be there for you. As I attend alumni receptions all around the country and around the world, I hear story after story of St. Mark's connections enriching lives both professionally and personally. When you least expect it, you're going to see someone in a St. Mark's sweatshirt at a train station. You're going to be flipping through a yearbook from decades ago at a house you've rented somewhere, or you're going to be holding a glass with that familiar griffin on the front of it at a party. And in that moment, a conversation's going to start across a table, across generations, across the ocean. The shared experience in this community, these hallways, the chapel, the dining hall, the fields and the dorms, all of it, it will be with each of you and with all of you always. I know I speak for all St. Mark's and alums in hoping that you stay connected with our school. So on behalf of the St. Mark's Alumni Association, I'm very excited to say welcome to each of you.
Thank you, Ellie. As we get ready to close the Prize Day ceremony, I would like to offer one more appreciation to you, class of 2021. You have achieved much and you have given much during your time at St. Mark's. During your time at St. Mark's, you have admirably demonstrated the mission goal of leadership and service. Your fellow students, the faculty and staff, and the school as a whole have all benefited as a result. We look forward to seeing you in Southborough frequently during the years ahead and to hearing about the continuing contributions you will make to a world that greatly needs the gifts you have to offer. So on behalf of the St. Mark's faculty and staff, I wish you the best of luck. So as we close the ceremony, Reverend Talcott will offer a benediction. Please stay seated for that, and then I'll come back with a little bit of instructions for what to do next.
My friends, for the last 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, life, here we go. Gotta remember that, sorry. Life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel the way with us. So be swift to love, make haste to be kind, and the blessing of God Almighty, your Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer, be among you and remain with you now and always. Amen.
Regrettably, due to the rain, wind, and cold, we're not going to process out of the tent. So I ask that we stand and give the class of 21 one more round of applause. So the musical postlude will mark the official end of the ceremony. And please know for afterwards, we have professional photographers stationed in a couple of the corners here if you would like professional photographs, and obviously many opportunities for family photographs. And please feel free to do the photographs en masse.